Okay, here's the follow-up version, MD 2020 chilled. It's about 60 degrees. They said it was only going to get up to 58, but it's about 60 out here. Humidity is low, slight, pretty strong breeze, brilliant sunshine. Had this in the fridge. Okay, when I initially did the review, I did it room temperature. In the house, it was like 62 degrees in the house, so wasn't exactly hot. The bottle says serve cold, so okay. May as well go by what they recommend. My experience with these type of things, though, in the past is cold wasn't so good, but we'll see. 13% alcohol. There's also an 18% variant, which we do not get here. I think that's mostly California. Same thing with like Old English 800. We get it at 5.9%. In California, it's 7.5. You go to Beaumont, Texas, you can get the HG version high gravity at 8%. The sun is up there at about 85-degree angle. Introduced 1968. There's a whole plethora of flavors today. I saw, what was it, red banana today or something over there at the Citgo station there on Louisiana Highway 3188. 750 milliliter bottle. I'm trying to find the date, guys. The 242nd day of 2016. It's got to be that. It's from Westfield, New York. And this proves to us that only the finest things come from the state of New York. What does MD stand for? Mogen David, 20-ounce bottle, 20% alcohol. Well, that is no longer the case. This is about a 26-ounce bottle, and it's 13%. But in California, it's close to 18%. Okay. Have I ever seen an advertisement for this on television? No, I have not. I did see advertisements back in the 1980s for Richard's Wild Irish Rose, competitor. There's a guy sitting there watching football game and saying, Richard's Wild. It was like a little song. Like, Richard's Wild Irish Rose. And I was like, oh, I might try that one day. I was like 15 years old. So I was talking to the manager at Mathern's, and he was saying, that's not a real wine. It is a real, the red grape is a real wine, okay? How do we know that? Well, it says on the label very clearly, RedGrape Wine. If you look on the United States Tax and Trade Bureau website, that's formerly the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Bureau. A lot of alcohol eggs here. It will talk about what labels have to have. There's like a little work, what do they call it? It's mainly for manufacturers. It'll be like, does your people that want to start a wine company or beer company or liquor company, does your label follow the guidelines? And it's pretty, people say regulations are so complicated. Well, they may be in many cases, but these are pretty easy to understand. It'll say, follow these guidelines, and it'll take you through it, and it'll even let you construct your own little label. If it's wine, if it says wine, it has to be wine. Okay, this is 100% wine. If they have added flavors or colors, it has to state that. Now, if it's artificial coloring, then there's even stricter guidelines like this yellow number 5 and all that. It's not even allowed in some products. If it's a wine-based product, it has to state that. And so it's pretty specific, okay? And it goes through all of that. Blended whiskey, beer, all of these things. Yeah. Got to use the power tools, because I was going to say it's during the daytime, but actually sometimes they do it at night. Why buy a compressor if you're not going to use it incessantly, Okay, it's red, It's a brilliant red, deep, sort of almost burgundy red, but it's more red, a reddish red. No purplish, really too much for that, with that. No colorings, and we'd have to say it. It smells, now when I did the room temperature, I said it smelled like an old gas station, a dirty old gas station from I didn't say the year, but I'm saying like 1976. It smells musky. I said that before. They were saying these Concord grapes, they have this foxy aroma taste, which the colonists talked about, and they said really it just means like earthy kind of. It was different to these English and French colonists from Europe. They had never encountered grapes like that. They didn't totally disregard them or hate them, because they started to use them and make wine out of them with things like this. It just tastes like a musky, slightly earthy, fairly strong, but it's still a table wine. It's not above 14.0%. It's not a dessert wine. I think they allow some sugar added to wine without a disclosure. I mean, I can't remember. The regulations is so extensive. It's like, how are you going to memorize hundreds of pages? But it's pretty specific. So if you look at some of the other varieties, actually all the other varieties on their website, they show them all. It'll state on the bottle with flavors and colors added. Incredible. The body's medium. The finish is, I mean, it's like not too sweet. It's like semi-sweet. Somebody said it's so sweet. I said no. It's semi-sweet. If you want something really sweet, I would say more the Kiafa from Finland is probably sweeter than this, and that's a cherry wine, and that's $10 to $11 a bottle, same size bottle, and it's similar to this, but that one's like, I believe it's higher alcohol, and it's a little sweeter, a little more body. A lot of people drink it for like Christmas holiday party. I knew some people over here, they would always get that for Christmas holiday and drink out of these little sipper glasses. And this is the same type thing. It's regarded like, what they say, homeless person type item. That could be true. The chill did not hurt this. I didn't have it dead cold, but I had it in the fridge for a good while. I think if you say, well, would you buy this again? I wouldn't buy it again, because I'm always like I said this in the initial room temperature video, I'm jumping brand to brand. So there's no, I just wouldn't do it. For that reason, not because it's horrible or anything. If you like Mogen David, you know, what is it? The Mogen David original, that's a Concord grape, and then there's, I think, a red one, and then there's the Manischewitz, and then there's an alternate one. Those are certified kosher. They have a huge Jewish audience. Some are certified kosher for Passover. Same thing. Maybe more Orthodox Jews. I hear a lot of black people call it Morgan David. A guy yesterday told me that, black guy. I said, it's not Morgan David, it's Mogen. There's no R. Oh, okay. And it's like other little idiosyncrasies. Like, I've heard him and other black people say cream of sherry. And this is not a criticism, it's simply an observation. And it's the truth. Having a big wild party over there, I guess. they say cream of sherry. I say cream of sherry, like cream of mushroom soup. I said, no, it's not cream of sherry. And I told the guy, I said, Chris, I said, it's cream sherry. Cream sherry. It's simply 2 words, cream sherry. Oh, okay. You know, it's just dialectical. I mean, dialectical, yeah. It's just dialect differences, like white people say aunt. My Aunt Jenny came over. And black people say my aunt came over. But I guess white and black both say Mad Dog 2020. Anyway. So it is a true wine. I didn't say it was a truly good wine. What if someone offered it to me? Would I drink it? When would this ever be offered to me, honestly? I've never had this offered to me in my life. I guess this could happen. Well, it exists. What can I say? The Wine Group. Thank you, the Wine Group, for this thing. Oh, well. I expected the worst, but what I got was far from the worst. It's like average. You know, it's like, okay. And really, honestly, it's in the same ballpark as Manischewitz. Like I said, Manischewitz, Mogen David, probably Chiaffa, and I can't think of anything else. Thank you for watching this video production. This beautiful weather.